the women folk, saying the men have been incompetent over the years, and we need a woman now. We all need to rally round the female politicians up to the task. Barrister Claire. No. All right, we have a bit of a problem with your audio quality, Barrister Clem. Can you help us fix that very quickly so we can take your thoughts on this one? All right, you're sounding very far away from your device. But let's
clarify
Go ahead.
that Governor Soludo didn't go out of his way to endorse Bola Ahmed Tinubu as for 2027. APGA has always had a tradition of endorsing the government at the center as a way of connecting to the center to get benefits for the state. So he just followed tradition of the party that have been laid down. That is number one. Number two is coming back to your question on what Aisha Yusuf has said. I don't want leadership to be trivialized to gender and male or female as a way of proving a great leadership. Of course, we have had many great female leaders across the globe, like Margaret Thatcher of Great Britain. We have Golda Meir in Israel, and so many other women that has become that became very good quality leaders. They didn't get to that height because of the agenda. Nobody gave them power because of the agenda. They were able to get that on merit. They fought their way through, and when they became leaders in their country, they were able to prove their method that what a man can do, a woman can even do better, and they did. So coming down to Nigeria, if we have quality women who aspire to positions, of course, and they have the quality. Of course, Nigeria has not, there's no law in Nigeria that says that a woman cannot be president. And there's no political party that says the woman cannot be president. In fact, Nigeria has been fair even to women. Because to make sure that we run an all-inclusive democracy, many political parties discount selling of their forms, give more privilege to the women, some not even take money from them to run an election. And we already have a bill in the House where they're saying that they want to include more women in the parliament and things like that. Nigeria has been fair and not discriminate on women, but then leadership also in Africa is a cultural thing. Cultural thing in the sense that we, if you look at what leaders in Africa, there are older people and there are men, and it's just because of the African way of looking at things. They feel, for you to lead, you have to be maybe a particular kind of person. But like I said, I don't want to trivialize Nigerian problem and Nigerian leadership to gender based. We have to deal with the leadership problem the way it is. If a woman is up to the task and if a woman can do it, why not? If not, let the woman go ahead and do it, but not because of the sex, not because of the gender.
So can you actually boldly say that men who have been elected to man most of the offices are doing well in those places? Nigeria is 65 years old and yet we don't have anything to show for it, if I'm to use that word, after the independence. So can you actually boldly say that the men who have occupied this space for so long are really being judicious while doing their work?
Let me put it this way so that you can understand me clearly. Nigeria has improved since independence. Forget the people that tell you that Nigeria has not shown, have nothing to show. We have a lot to show. We're still one country since after independence. That's a lot of credit to Nigerians. Many Nigerians have endured the problem of leadership in Nigeria. That's a credit to Nigerian people. And again, many men have proven their mettle where they hold stay in government, in the different levels of government in Nigeria. The fault is not them. If you look at even the public service, that's when women were appointed into ministerial positions and into some of them stole more than the men are stealing. That I even get shocked that this is a woman stealing like this more than men. Nigerian women have even proven to be stealing more than the men, where they are given opportunity to go and check the records. So like I say, it's not a gender issue for me. It's about the quality of person that is coming up. I don't think I want somebody to lead me because of a gender. I want you to lead because you have the capacity to lead. One of the greatest Nigerian vice chancellors in Nigeria that Nigeria had produced, University of Benin, was a woman. Okonjo Ngozi Iweala is a woman.
We're looking at
And
the
I think-
political space. So if we actually have all those big women, or rather all these, well, I say, intelligent women doing what the world can applaud for, I wonder why is it that when it gets to Nigeria, none of them is being regarded, or maybe
No, they didn't get,
to the
those
back
women
bar.
didn't.
We
Those
want to
women,
look at,
those-
for example, in the house, we were discussing the issue surrounding the ethics of the house. You know, a particular man was so vocal, you know, telling someone who have a, what's it called, international recognition, please shut up, you're a woman, you don't talk here and all that. And how well are we going to work with such when the political atmosphere looks more like is always only made for the man?
The Nigerian political space is not always meant for the men. I will repeat that again to you so that you can understand that. And I want you to understand that the women that have gotten to those heights that you mentioned didn't get there because of the agenda. Aisha Yusuf's statement and her call meant to trivialize in leadership because to her, women should be given a chance.
Thank you very much.
Lead because of the agenda. And I said, no,
Okay.
give the woman a chance because of her quality. Nigerians have gone through a lot that
Thank you.
cannot be trivialized in leadership in Nigeria anymore.
I'm happy actually to get back to say that Nigeria is, I know, have gone through a lot, and they are still going through a lot at this point in time in the hands of men, 65 years after independence. Now let's Barrister Ochuma Ejiga Benjamin. Let's get to join this conversation.
We want to manage our loss.
What do you have to say about this, given the fact that some women at this point are beginning to say or be vocal, saying that men are incompetent in helping, or rather pushing Nigerians forward, looking at the political space and what we've achieved. Some persons are saying that Nigeria have achieved so much, you know, at this point in time, but electricity, we don't even have anything to say to that direction. Look at other infrastructure and development in general. You know, it's more like we're lagging behind, or like the people that we started a race with after independence. If you can hear me, I'd like you to unmute your microphone, Barrister Ochuma Ejiga.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. I would just like to chip in this. Theoretically speaking, there is nothing limiting women from attaining the highest level in leadership in Nigeria, theoretically speaking. But when it comes to the practicality, the political environment, the political climate is very, very hostile to women. We've seen several incidences of thuggery, violence, and all of those. Can we confidently beat our chest that all the women can come out and vote in an election without fear? Then we can also look at the angle of religion and culture. Does our religion and our culture allow women to come out fully to vote in an election? That is one. Then the electoral system itself is also an issue. That is why institutional reforms is very, very key to create a level playing ground for women to thrive in our politics. For instance, if we have electronic voting system, women from all over the world, Nigerian women from the diaspora all over the world can vote. You can vote conveniently from the comfort of your room. You do not need to consider religious limitation, cultural limitation against women. Whether we believe it or not, these are realities in the Nigerian political space. Now, when we have a working electronic voting system, women can vote from anywhere in the world. You can vote from the comfort of your room. So there will be a kind of level playing ground. But right now, it is not there. Theoretically, they have every right as men, but practically, it is not there.
Thank you so much, Barrister Ochuma.
So I just want to chip in that.
Thank you so much for that. Let's get your opinion on this, Mr. Delifanimo. What do you make of the call by Aisha Yusuf, and you know, what do you really make of all the happenings in the Nigerian political space thus far?
Well, it's within our right to seek better opportunities for women in the political space, but it's not served a la carte. We have seen women all over the world. Johnson Sirleaf fought her way through to become president of Liberia. At least that is Africa, not Europe or America or Asia. And so, whoever wants to lead should show intention and be serious about it. Nobody will walk into anybody's room and say, come and become president. It's not going to happen. And seeking undue advantage for women, for me, I don't subscribe to it. So let everybody go to the field, do what he or she needs to do, and if providence or God favors that person, so shall it be. That's for me.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Fanimo, for that. In 30 seconds, Mr. Elvis, let's get your opinion again, once again, on this. 30 seconds, because of pressure time.
Women have had opportunities. The only thing is, how were these opportunities utilized? Remember the first female speaker, House of Reps speaker in this nation, Mrs. Patricia Olusegun. She's a woman. She got to that position. She didn't just get into the House in 2007 and got the position of speakership. But she had been in the House since 1999 before she was made Speaker in 2007. But what happened? She had the shortest tenure from June 2007 to October 2007. She was eased out of office. So when she said, they are less corrupt and whatever, we knew when we started talking about a gate in this nation, the humongous amount of money that was released for renovation and buying of cars and all that, which she could not account for. So that is her out of office. So they should also do their homework while seeking the position, because nobody will wake you up from your bed and say, come and take up this position. And even when you are given the position and you don't utilize it so well, you also lose it. We have also had first female senator in this nation, Fraka Fragbua, from Edo North. She was a woman. She fought her way to get to that position. So they have had opportunities. But how have they utilized the opportunities is what matters. And that's what they should be addressing.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Elvis, for submission. And due to press of time, we want to appreciate all of you gentlemen that have been part of today's show. This is how far we can go. Thank you, Mr. Delefanimo, a veteran reporter and a public political affairs analyst. Thank you also, Mr. Elvis Elimehele, who happens to be a political and public affairs commentator too. Thank you, Barrister Clems Agui, for being part of today's show. And then Barrister Ochuma Ijega Benjamin, we sincerely appreciate. All right, on behalf of the backroom staff, the producer of the show, Chema Innocent, and then my wonderful colleague here in the studio, Moses Humphrey and Chukuma Okoram, Fina Okechuku. Enjoy the rest of your day and endeavor to be a patriotic citizen. Remember that on top of the hour, 10 a.m. here on Voice of the People Television, on this white table, we'll have the newspaper review. Do well to join. It promises to be interesting.